Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you guys why you will not catch me working back for someone as long as I can try to not make that happen. Because listen, it is not, ever since I've gone to be doing YouTube, I was like, listen, this life, that 9 to 5 life, well, that life working for people is not it. It's not me. It's not a part of my personality. It's not anything about me. So that's why I'm really working hard with YouTube and just content creation, because I really want to be my own boss and just have my own flexible schedule. And there's a lot of reasons why I wouldn't work for someone. So honestly, if you guys are into these mini story times and some reasons why you're not going to catch me working for someone, make sure you guys stay tuned and let's get into this video. A lot of these reasons is because of these low-end minimum wage jobs that I used to work back in like high school and like uni days. Let me tell you guys, so when you work for people, especially at jobs like low-end minimum wage jobs, retail jobs, fast food jobs, they don't want you sitting at all. You can have an 18-hour shift and they want you to be standing up for 18 hours. They don't want you to sit. They don't want you to lean. They don't want you to do nothing along those lines. They want you to stand up and just stand up. Even if there's no customers, no nothing in the store, they just want you to stand up like a statue waiting for 20 hours straight. And I hated it so much, man. Because of that, I'm not over exaggerating, because of all of that standing, my lower back hurts. Well, it hasn't hurt me for like 2 years now, but it used to hurt me so bad. It used to pain me. I used to have so much pain in my lower back. It only stopped hurting me, and no matter, I was like, okay, maybe my back is getting stronger, that's why there's pain in my lower back, no, it's because you're hurting yourself. You can't even lean. It's like when you lean, they make it seem like it's the end of the world, like you're lazy, and it's like, no, I'm not lazy. I just need a little break. Like, I need to lean a little bit. There's no one in the store anyways, so why can't we lean? It's annoying. I don't like it, and I highly would not recommend that lifestyle to anyone. Okay, oh my gosh, the next one. I have a video talking about like my five worst work experiences. I'm gonna link it so you guys can watch it. You can check the description box or the end of this video. Let me tell you this story. It's always the people you work with that make your work experience good or bad. And I'm not saying everyone at my job was like horrible quality. No, no. It's just the few that just annoy you so much that you're like, yeah, I'm not working anymore. Because that happened to me. First of all, sometimes it's like supervisors. It's not even the person that hires you or the manager. It's never those people. It's always the supervisors, those people that want to feel like they're more than you because they get paid 25 cents more than you. They talk to you so rude, like you're nobody. They think that they can do whatever they want to you because they're a supervisor. And I'm just like, what? That's so rude. And it's always those people. So I don't want to work back with people because I always go to clash with them, because I think I know my rights. This is why I cannot even work minimum wage jobs as long as I live, because even when I was younger and I was working them, I was like, I know my rights. Like, I know what you're not supposed to be doing, what you can do, and you shouldn't even be like the basic level is you shouldn't be talking to people any way you feel like you should be talking to people rude. So I was always taking it personal when these when these supervisors or people that you work with that used to gossip, or not gossip on me, but they used to just gossip about people. And honestly, if they're gossiping about people, I'm probably included in it. But yeah, they just talk to you anyway, like they're a supervisor, they can do whatever they want to you, blah, blah, blah. No. So I used to take it personal. I used to quit sometimes. I used to get in not arguments, but I used to tell these people straight up. Like, one thing about me, I could care less about a minimum wage job. I used to like put people in their place and then quit and they get a next job the next day. I could care less. But that wasn't obviously the same thing all the time. I found like some good jobs that I stayed for like a year, 2 years. Yeah. So it's just like certain people, and I'm like, yeah, I cannot work here. Like, it's always like, can I picture myself working here for the next 2 years, next 3 years, and I have to work alongside people like this? And then the answer is always no. So ever since I was in high school, I always had a side hustle. So I used to do I had a photography business I used to do for multiple years, and that was like, okay, income coming in. And I used to do that because I was like, I just don't see myself working for people. It's not that I can't get along with people, it's just rude people that you work with. It's always the people that you work with. No one can never ever tell me otherwise. It's always rude supervisors. People get paid 10 cents more, 20 cents more, and feel like they can chat to you. Anyway, let me tell you guys something. I've been in leadership positions my whole life, okay? And the one main thing that you want as a leader is you want people to feel comfortable around you. You want to talk to people with respect, regardless if you agree with them or not. You try to work around them, try to work with people. You don't ever make people feel like you're more than them. Don't feel like it's an authoritarian like you're authoritarian, like you can talk to people anyway, and that's just it because I pay you at the end of the day. Blah blah. No, honey, this is Canada. We can get as many jobs as we want. If you're liking this video so far, make sure to subscribe because I have a lot more videos similar to this. This is only the beginning. The next thing I didn't like about working for people is you have no personal life, you have no home life. I remember I was all about the money because I've always been about my money. I'll always be about money. And I used to bark, guys. If I had a goal, I said, listen, I'm working. If I had a bigger goal, I'm like, listen, I'm working 2 jobs. And I used to do it. And I couldn't really handle 2 jobs, so I had to end up quitting after a while. It was too much. I was so tired. But this is the whole point. I was so tired, number one. But that's not really the point of this. The point of it is this, that you don't have a personal life. You don't have a home life. It's always work, work, work. You're going to miss out on a lot of family-based events like birthdays and Christmas sometimes and all these holidays to work. You'll miss out on those, and then you'll miss out on personal things. Like at some point when you're working, you're gonna feel like you have no time for yourself, to be honest, because it's always working. But I didn't mind. Like honestly, one thing I did not agree to working was New Year's and Christmas. Those are the 2 days out of the whole entire year that I was like, I don't want to work. And I usually got that, but I know people who did. I know people who always worked on New Year's too, and I was like, girl, what? Or boy, what? So I was working, listen, I was working so much. And like, even when you get paid, sometimes you can't even enjoy your pay till like a few days later because you're just working. But listen, one thing about working I liked, I used to always pick up more shifts, and whenever they asked me to stay later, I was that girl that always stayed later because I'm like, listen, I want more money. And it's not like I'm going home and doing anything anyways. My whole life is with you guys, so might as well I stay later and work. So I used to do it a lot. If you know, you know, man. I'm telling you, if you guys know, you know, it was not fun. And then, especially if you don't really like the job, on your day off, which is like 1 day, all you can think about on that 1 day off is that you have work tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning or 7 o'clock in the morning, what you're going to be doing for the next 9 hours at work or 8 hours. I don't know, I just did not like it. So no for me. So talk about working these long shifts. Guys, like I told you, I didn't mind working long shifts. I didn't mind staying late. I hated standing up on my feet for 8, 9 hours, sometimes 10, 11 hours if they wanted me to stay overtime. I hated it because when you look at your paycheck and you're like $500, are you dumb? I was like, ah, what do you mean $500? And my back is broken. I was like, no, this cannot be my life. I was like, God, this cannot be my life for the rest of my life. I just cannot do this. One time I think I worked, like, it was around the Christmas season when I was in university and I was working at a clothing store. This is when I worked at Guess and I was working. When I looked at my paycheck, guys, $900 for the 2 weeks. I was like, are you? And it was it was not no 4-hour shifts. I was like, what is this? And I literally, this is why I started pushing YouTube so much in university. I'm like, if people are making money off of YouTube, God, like, let this at least let me start making money. And then I started making a little bit more money. I stopped. I literally quit working jobs and I wanted to focus on YouTube, and this is why I'm working on YouTube so much and just content creation, because I just remember those days where I'm coming from and I'm like, man, like, it was a little bit of money. But the thing is, I used to make less money back then, but I used to be able to buy so much. And I make a lot of money now. But, well, I make a lot more money now than then. And I'm like, how did I do it back then with that little bit of money? I don't know. So, yeah. Listen, give this video a thumbs up if you can relate. Give it a thumbs up. I want to know what you guys are thinking. Do you guys agree? Am I being extra? Let me know. The next one is incentives. Honestly, at the end of the day, these low-end minimum wage jobs are just full of like grown adults that are losers, that are rude and they pick on people. But that's not it. The incentives are not even there. Like, they'll give you a discount at their store and it's like 20% off. Some stores actually give you 50% off. I haven't worked at a store yet that gave you 50% off. It was like 20% off or like 15% off, and you can only use a certain amount for a month and all this foolishness. And I was like, listen, there's no incentive working at these places. The pay is low. The people you work with are annoying. They gossip. They're rude. Especially the older ones, them that work at low-end minimum wage jobs. How you, like, in your 30s working at a low-end minimum wage job and you're born and raised Canadian. It's not like you're a newcomer to the country. You're a born and raised Canadian. Someone like in their late 20s and stuff. Whatever. I'm not judging. How? And then, like, you have no home life, personal life. They find it a problem when you ask for time off. If you call in sick, it's the end of the world. Like, there's so much stuff that I'm just like, yeah, it's not for me. So these are the reasons why you guys will not catch me working for people ever again, because it's a no for me. But let me know down below if that's the same with you guys. Let me know what you guys think about my story time. That's why I said I'm like maybe I shouldn't say never I'll work back for someone, but again, it has to be like a really good paid job that I'm getting a good amount of money and like everything is Gucci. And yeah, so yeah, I will link some more videos. I will link more videos similar to this so you guys can watch, and I will see you guys in my next video. Au revoir.